All right, everybody. Tonight on the stream, we have another week of the Unknown Soldiers Wednesday Night Scrims, sponsored by Omelet Arcade. Right now, we are currently waiting for a couple of the backup players to get in so we can go ahead and launch it. And let me go ahead and get the overlay switched over so you can see some of the teams in there. And I'm going to give these guys about one more minute until I go ahead and launch it. And hopefully we have a pretty good night. I believe last week was actually fucking ridiculous with some of the fucking battles that we saw. Not sure if Avery is in the chat tonight, so I will try to keep you guys as occupied as possible. And let's go ahead and get this first round underway. So let's go ahead and get the overlay switch for the first round. Let's see how many people we got in here. So basically what happened, my computer crashed at the very beginning, about 5 minutes in when we were getting some sub teams in. And my lobby froze up after that. So we're at 98 fucking people right now. So we are going to have a full lobby. So I believe this is the first time in a couple weeks. So hopefully we're getting our numbers back up. I tend to believe that the more people in the lobby, the more challenging it makes. Could potentially make better practice for like ESL and stuff like that, because ESL only plays with, I think, like 4 or 5 of the teams gone. So that's pretty much what I'm using these for, is ESL practice for my comp teams. Hopefully for some others. Definitely see you guys there tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Hopefully my team continues the fun we're having. We're just going by ear, I guess, and we're just tend to getting lucky. Only problem is we're not getting any of the fucking zones. All right, so first line of the night is going to go from almost the hospital area all the way down to Novo. So we should have a bunch of teams going to the western side of the island, as well as military. And we already have our first couple teams jumping out. Looks like we have possibly 3 teams going up towards the George Pool area right now. Not sure if all of them are going to go to crates, north or south. Looks like they might be slowing down a little bit, so they may be going to George Pool south. Let's go ahead and check in with Silent Mercenaries, see where these guys are landing at. So they are going to head to George Pool North with one of the ICE teams. Let's go ahead and zoom in just a little bit so I can see who else is here. Let's go to George Pool South for a moment. We are going to be checking in with, I'm not even sure what the team name is for these guys, but they dropped in with the XGN competitive team. And they are right next to them. So Papa 7XS is going to be right in the building beside, what is that, Critch? Legit's going to already get a knock onto one of the players from Young. And down goes Critch right there by Papa with the M4. Oh, what's up, Avery? So Critch is going to try to hide in a corner over there. You can see teammates backed off a little bit. XGN is broken up into 2 and 2s, so they are going to try to split this team apart right here. Ooh, I had it set on the wrong one. All right, so let's get back to the stream real quick. And one of the other players in front of them did get eliminated as well. That is going to be Spetsy Boy. Legit's going to get another knock. Ah, you're good, Avery. And that is going to be it for these guys for Team 25. They're going to have one guy off at the hospital, but that's about it. There's really nothing he can do up there. Let's zoom out just a little bit and see what else these guys are up to. Let's go down to Novo. So we currently going to have Team 9, Team 19, and Team 2 right here. So currently checking in with MM. Off in the distance, going to be Shredded. And where is Team 9? And I believe that is also going to be one of the Stardom teams as well. So once this stuff renders in, you'll see that they are not just firing blindly into the open. So Raymond is going to get knocked right there by Blaze with the M16. Webb is going to get a knock onto Viper. And Arsenic is going to flank around that crate right there and come right up beside Webb. But Webb is going to go ahead and take out Viper and... well, shit. That was all of MM gone right there. So I take that back. So very nice job to Shredder right there. So now you will start seeing Team 9 slowly moving in from the back of Nova right there. And they are starting to throw some frags in this direction, trying to hopefully get some kind of knock. And Raymond's going to back off just a little bit. And going to make his way back to Tsunami. So Right Guy is going to come up on the right-hand side. And New England Whalers are getting a bunch of knocks and kills right here off the beginning. Fucking mouse went crazy. I need to get myself a mouse pad. So Right Guy's going to get a knock on to Raymond with the DP. And I am hoping by next week I'll have a couple more new graphics for you guys on stream. I'm going to try to do like a dual capture overlay where I can show like the map on one side of the screen and gameplay on the other right at the beginning so we can actually see where all the teams are dropping and stuff like that. Raymond's going to get dropped again by, or sorry, this time Raymond's going to get a knock onto Rye Guy. And now you can see Captain Canada is slowly moving in. Shadow was trying to come up on the flank on the right-hand side of them. And Captain Canada is going to go down right there. And going to get thirsted as well. Shadow's going to move in, get the thirst onto Raymond. Tsunami is a one-shot right now. Going to be hiding inside the crate. And can they do it? That is going to be it for Tsunami. I heard the VSS off in the distance. Where are they? So Clout is going to be on top of the little, I guess, the thing that moves the crates. And going to be peeking the little stairs right there, trying to get a knock onto these guys. Let's see what everybody else is up to real quick. So we do have two teams down in Milta. Looks like we have some battling over here with Forsaken going against Team 3. Pimp and Patty, from what I saw, went down. Blondie's going to get a nice knock right there onto Zaddy. And she is going to take some shots in return. Did not get to see if she was able to get the thirst onto that one. But definitely trying to get some revenge on the thirst on Pimp and Patty. So the rest of her team is going to be back at small power. And still going to have 3 directly in front of her. So let's see what everyone else is doing pretty quick. And let's go over here to Mill to check in with Tiger. So currently they have 1 player knocked. One, from what I could tell, looks like a little low on health. And they are going up against New England Whalers. So Peter, from what I could tell, is trying to get some kind of different position. And now Joey is moving in, and does Joey do it? And Joey's going to get a knock onto Zed and go ahead and get the thirst on as well. And I believe that is it for New England Whalers. So very nice try right there by Joey to come in and try to get the finish onto which I believe was Dart, and ended up going ahead and getting Zed instead. Let's go back to small power real quick. I believe Forsaken was going to take on the team they were going up against earlier. Might have been a misfire. Let's double check. So Blondie is priming a nade and does not look like it's going to have the distance. So Ice is going to control the little compound just behind them. Let's go over here and check in with Team 18 real quick. Checking in with PUBG Genius. And Team 14 is going to be directly in front of them. And that is going to be... looks like a bunch of CN1 guys and one Swarm. So God is going to get a knock right there onto Average Male, I believe is what that... see? I can't really tell. Might have just been MLE. But I'm going to go with Average Male on that one. So they're all going to be clumped up right there beside... I'm going to call it the big farmhouse building. But in my opinion, they're going to get some angles right now. You can see this Team 14 up on the hill is spreading out to get a couple different angles on these guys, hoping to get some knocks. And one of the players from Forsaken is going to be knocked right there as well. So Cloud is going off down there in Novo. Did he take that whole team? Let's go back down there and check with him real quick. So I believe now it is Shadow and Cloud. And Shadow's going to try for the revive on Mocha. Going to go ahead and get it. Blondie is going to go ahead and knock down Ashley. And Wilson is going to get a knock as well. And now here comes the zone. And Cloud is just trying to stay alive right now. Right now it's an uneven matchup. Going to go for a 2v1. What's up, Firewolves? And Hippie is also getting some knocks on that ice team over there as well. Oh, and the play zone is going to knock Blondie. So right now we're going back to check in on Team 18 and Team 14. It looks like, from what I can tell, all the members for each of these teams are still standing. So let's go ahead and rotate towards another one real quick. Let's go up here with... that is... would not let me switch. I believe US has just taken out Vanguard. And Elmo, unfortunately, has been eliminated. Palm Trees MM has already been eliminated. I think they were the first ones out in Novo. Let's go over here to Team 22 now. See who they're exchanging some shots with. You can see the vehicle on fire right in front of them. And this is going to be haters for Team 12. So you can see Yves going to throw a frag right there. Or, no, actually, that was a smoke. Sometimes you can trick people into believing that you're throwing nades at them when it's actually some kind of different throwable. And they're going to go ahead and move in for the push. You can hear some shotguns blasting off. I unfortunately suck with some fucking shotguns. And I'm not sure. They're just spraying and praying right now, hoping to get something going. So you can see Pink is the only one still standing. And gonna go ahead and get one knock. And there's a second. And I believe that is 3. So now it is a 1v1. It's going to be Pink versus Mystery. And Pink is a one-shot right now. And Mystery is inside the building. And that is going to be it. That was fucking crazy. Very nice job right there by Pink to get the squad wipe all by themselves. All right, who else is close now? Let's go ahead and check in with Zen Gamers now. And let's see who they are rotating towards. That is going to be Team 14. I'm assuming they won the battles between them and Pub Genius over there. And Artemis is trying to lay some shots onto which I believe is a CN1 team down there. So you can see Crazy Kev has gone for the wide angle on the other side of the hill. Artemis is going to be moving up in a US to try to get a little bit closer to him. And then Live Bait and Zero are going to be a little spread out from each other, going to get a whole different angle. What's up, Knockout? I believe you might be the only one commenting on the YouTube channel right now, my dude. And Crazy Kev is going to go ahead and get knocked right there. And now Artemis is somehow going to try to move in to maybe get a revive on his teammate. Going to throw some smoke downs, give him a little bit of cover. And Sergeant J's taking down one of the players from Young. Nah, I'm never banned from raffles. So there's a kill for Raven. Where are these dudes at? So let's go ahead and check up here with Team 16. So you're going to see 2 players from the XGN competitive team are currently knocked. They are going to be going against the Happy Campers right now. So Raven, Zeke, and Legion are all going to be in the 2-story directly behind Zeke, a little low on health at the moment. And then you're going to see Raven coming in, and he is going to get some shots landed on him as soon as he comes around that corner. So now it is just going to be up to Zeke and Legion. I don't see Sergeant J. He may be out already, and I just missed it. So XGN is going to get all their players back up, and now it is going to be a 4v3. Legion's going to get Raven back up as well. And XGN is now going to flank around the side of the building, and they are going to come up right up on Raven. Raven is going to get knocked once again, but Legion is going to get some knocks onto, what is that name? Lugato. And now Young has gone down as well. Killer B is going to move in, and Thirst, who is that? Legion. And that is going to be it for the Happy Campers right there. So we are down to our last 13 teams of this one. And let's see who is the closest right now. I believe it's still going to be Zen Gamers and CN1. Let's go ahead and check back in with these guys real quick. So Crazy Kev definitely did get the revive. And looks like they are going to retreat and live another day. So right now they are only missing 0, so it's only going to be down to a 3-man. And zone has now shifted in their direction. Let's go over here, check in with Team 15. And they are going to be battling it out against Team 13, and that is going to be one of the Stardom teams. So Artemis currently knocked, as well as Quayo for Star. And Live Bait is trying to play some shots right there onto Troas. And out come the abundance of smokes. Live Bait's going to go try for the hard flank. Let's see if we can keep up with him. I got you, Knockout. With this dual monitor setup, whenever I look out of the corner of my eye, I'll be able to comment on what you guys say in the chat. Unfortunately, it's on a little bit of a delay, so don't think I'm ignoring you. It'll just pop up in the stream in a little bit, I promise. And Lebe is still going for it. And does he come up on Troas right here? So Troas is knocked. Livebait's going to come up behind him, and that is going to be it for Stardom. Very nice job right there by Livebait. Let's go over here and check in with Team 25. Saw some shots going off between them and Team 8. And that is going to be Ice Blue, I believe. What are you talking about, Avery? I never see you online. You never want to play with me. So Ice is going to control the hill inside of the quarry. And I believe it is just going to be down to Red. I believe the rest of his team got eliminated fairly early in the first round. Let's go over here, check in with Team 5. Whole bunch of shots going down right here on the outer edge of the circle. Bleach going to get knocked right there by Artemis with the M4 from distance. Mocha, from what I can tell, looks to be down in the middle of the street. Live Beta is going to go ahead and confirm that one for his team, which is now going to leave Shadow over in the compound by himself. From what I could tell, it does look like CN1 is still over in the farm compound just over the ridge line. And does not look like there's going to be any shots exchanged at the moment. Team 11 is going to rotate beside Team 25 over there. Silent Mercenaries not going to stop. They're going to continue to go. And that is going to be it for Red. So I guess the team went ahead and moved in and finished them off. Let's go back with Zen Gamers one more time. Crazy Kev taking some damage right there. And let's zoom out who is popping off that M16. That is Artemis still. Thank you for the follow, Scribbles. Peter's going to get a knock onto Apex Grid. Let's go ahead and rotate from these guys. I did see a whole bunch of teams moving into the circle. So right now, Ice is going to be right in between CN1 and TG. Let's go ahead and check in with these guys and see what kind of battle's going on down here. So Zaddy already eliminated from their team. Apex Grid currently knocked. And it is going to be up to Fear and Ashley. And can they do it? Ashley going to get knocked right there by Dark. And going to go ahead and confirm that one as well. And one of the players from CN1 with the Chinese letters is going to go ahead and take Fear out on that one. So that is going to be it for that Ice team. So now it is going to be CN1 versus TG. From what I remember last time TG was in the Wednesday Night Scrims, they actually did fairly well too. So ZG has moved off a little bit. They're going to have almost center zone now. And then who is popping some shots off as they rotate in? That's going to be Team 23. And Silent Mercenary is going to be just in front of them. Lanoff's going to get one knock, and his teammate's going to get another as that VO2 goes ahead and rotate by. And I believe Lanoff was nice enough to confirm those both for his team. And Wraith is going to go ahead and get a knock. I was actually wrong. So that was one of the guys that got knocked just a second ago. Solid Mercenaries now is going to rotate by another team. They are going to be down to just one player now, and that is going to be it for SM in the first round. They had nowhere to rotate to on that one. Going down the road, all they could do was run into another team. Sounds like Zen Gamers are taking some shots from the top of the hill. Let's go back over there and check in with them real quick. So it does look like Artemis is trying to fire some shots onto, what is that, SX over there? And one of their players has some damage on him. I believe that is Lanop and his team. And let's go over here and check in with XGN. So they still have all 4 players still standing. One of them has, well, he did have some damage done to him. And here comes Team A rotating into the zone inside that Dacia. Let's see if they lose anybody here on the rotation end. And they may get away on this one. Artemis going to get a knock onto Tissue. Team 8 was getting absolutely lit up as they rotated into this one. So Team 23 is going to be right here with Team 16. I'm not sure if they know they are here yet, but they are going to be outside of the smoke against these guys. Artemis is going to go ahead and get the confirm onto Tissue right there through the smoke. Not sure if he just bled out or if that was just one hell of a shot. And XGN is going to go ahead and rotate on the outside of the hill. Carter's going to get a knock onto Peter, as well as Dark. And Lanop is going to go ahead and get one of the XGN players as they... Actually, there was 2 back there. I thought there was only 2 left rotating. So Lanop currently down as well. Ray trying to get the revive over there on his teammate. Papa is trying to get some cover fire over there. And Killer B is going to go ahead and get the finish onto Lanop and take Wraith out at the same time. So now let's go over here, check back in with Artemis. He is trying to land some shots onto this XGN team as they're over there getting some of these kills. And then let's see who is still behind these guys. So we're down to our last 5 teams. Still 16 people still standing. CN1 over there on Team 14. I believe they still have all 4 players. Shadow, the only one still surviving for his. How many does Team 5 got? So we still have 2 4-man squads from what I can tell. Yep, so CN1 does have all 4 still standing. Let's go over here and check in with Carnage real quick. It looks like 2 of them very low on health. Carnage himself knocked. And I'm wondering if that is from Shadow. So Artemis over there taking on XGN. Shadow is going to go ahead and get the knock onto Bleach with a nade. And now here comes some mollies. So he's just throwing whatever throwables he has inside of that smoke. And that is going to land. So Shadow is going to get the squad wipe right there. So very nice job to him. CN1 moving up the hill now. And God going to get a knock on to Crazy Kev. Mr. Chinese Letter going to get a knock on to Artemis and go ahead and get the confirm. And I believe that is going to be it for that team over there. We are down to our 2 finals. So it is going to be all of Team 14 versus Shadow. And I believe they have just seen him jumping around on the tree line down there. So now you can see all of them running in, and that is going to be it for Shadow. So he went from having a badass squad wipe to being basically brutalized from as many bullets as possible as they can get in his direction. We are going to go ahead and get some end game pictures now. Go ahead and get the next room set up, and we will be back with the next round in about 10 minutes. All right, guys, so we're going to come back from our 10-minute break now. Going to go ahead and get round 2 started. What's up, Pimp and Patty? And hopefully we get as many people in as last round. I believe we are looking at about 97 right now, I believe. So we're only missing one player from 3 teams. I request of waiting 2 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and start it because we're almost a minute over now. Let's go ahead and get round number 2 underway. I believe they may have gotten their player in. So let's go ahead and get this one started. So let's bring some game sound back for you guys. Go ahead and get the overlay switched over. And hopefully we have a pretty good plane line this go around too. So last time I believe it went from shit, now I can't even fucking remember. I remember it went all the way down to Novo. I just can't remember from where. Okay. So last night round it went from almost hospital down to Novo. And hopefully we get something going straight across the middle this time. Give everybody their rotations. Give them a little bit of practice of people dropping with them for practice for the different tournaments going on. Not sure if everybody has signed up for the Nemo event yet, but if you haven't, go ahead and DM me. I'll send you the link over. It's free to sign up. And I believe round 1 starts the 16th, and it's at 8:30 at night Eastern time. And it's going to be a prize pool of like 2 grand. So I think the first it might be the top 10 teams. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that, but it goes down the list from there from first place. So it should be pretty cool. From what I remember, it's 3 rounds, and it's going to be Miramar, Erangel, and Sandhawk. All you have to do is go to the website, sign your team up, and I guess just get ready for it. So between that, ESL, and PMCO, like right now for PUBG is crazy. No free time for anything. All right, so teams are already dropping out of the plane. They're going Kamishki, Severny. From what I can tell, possibly Yasnaya. And I definitely expect some people to go Mansion. And Rozhok, let's see if anybody has the balls to go to Pachinki. This Red Bull's not doing shit tonight. All right, so these are the kind of plane lines I like to see. So with this plane line, you can pretty much see most of the people are going to go to their primary drops, stuff they practice and everything like that. Doesn't look like a whole lot of people went to the western side of the map this time, though. So let's go over here to Yasnaya. I believe there was quite a few teams right here. So you're going to have Mark for Death. You're going to have New England Whalers. Actually, it was only 2 teams. So I'm not too sure how close these 2 teams are at the moment. Let's go ahead and get an aerial view. Let's go ahead and switch out of them real quick. And there are a few teams down here in Pachinki. It's going to be Team 12 and Team 14. And it is going to be Haters and Tip Top. So last game, got to see Pink go a little crazy with the squad wipe with pretty much no health whatsoever. So Shrink is going to get knocked right there by Cloud. Midnight's going to take just a little bit of damage up there through that window. I believe that is from God over there peeking the side of the building. Kyle is going to be just to the right-hand side. Going to be in a building 2 back. You're going to see God pushing in right now. Most likely going to go for the push onto Shrinka to confirm that one. And Kyle right there almost had the peek onto God. God's going to land a couple shots on him as he rotates around the side of the building. And they do get inside. And right now, they're just trying to backpedal. And it may be over right here. And did not land some shots. I'm actually surprised. So Kyle's got the quick giddy up right there. You can see the two players just chasing down. They are relentless. Midnight's going to get dropped right there. So now it is... Oh, Kyle's going to take a shotgun. So now it is going to be down to pink. Let's go ahead and get a little bit closer. Going to be rocking the Uzi. And there's the first one. Pink's going to go ahead and... Oh, very nice job by Cloud right there with the shotgun. I think Pink jumped right into that one. Let's make our way down to Novo now. Checking in with LWK down here. And let's see who's with these guys. So it's going to be Silent Mercenaries. One of them definitely looks crazy low on health down there. And that is going to be Trapper. And they're also going to have Stardom up on the hill just behind them as well. And Joey is going to take down Legit with, I believe that was an SLR. I want to say SLR and what is that new 7.62 bullshit gun? Oh, the Mutant are my absolute two least used guns in the entire game. I'd rather chase somebody down with a fucking 1911 than one of those things. So right now, everybody looks evenly spread out. Let's go back up here to Yasnaya, check in with the New England Whalers, and mark for death. So Broda currently knocked. Gino Money still standing, as well as Legit. Exclusive's going to get a knock onto Money. So now it is going to come down to Legit. So he is going to take the smart one on this, try to get his team some points, backpedal to the little shack, and try to get out of here. So right now for them, it's all going to be about points. I'm kind of surprised with this many people, they're actually as spread out as they are right now. So THC is going to be rocking in Promorse by themselves. Forsaken's going to have Military by themselves. Stardom and LWK going to be kind of by Nova. It kind of looks like Star has now moved towards the bridge area. So TG is going to have one side of it. They're going to have the other. Imperil, can't tell if yet. So there's actually going to be two of them down there. And still alive down at the very tip of Military Island. Let's check in with ZG now. I believe one of their players just got knocked, and that is going to be Crazy Kev. And who is shooting them? That is going to be Team 22 trying to land some shots on them from school. You can see Zero getting hit with one shot right there in the right arm. And Crazy Kev may be a little too far away for these guys to get the revive onto him. So it does look like Zero is going to try to go around for the flank right there. Can Crazy Kev get up into the smoke without getting thirsted? And nope, Mystery is going to go ahead and get that confirmed. I'm not sure if you guys saw that on my screen. It first popped up saying he got killed by a frag grenade, and then it magically changed to an SLR. All right, so now Team 14 is rolling in. And are they going to crash school or not? So they will be crashing, what is that, Ross Hill back there? Team 2 definitely heard those vehicles moving in. So they're going to go ahead and get their positions back. They're going to go ahead and most likely try to hide their vehicle so it doesn't take any damage. Let's go ahead and check in with these guys up here on the top of the hill. And now that the shots have come their way, they definitely know some people are at school. You saw them turn their attention right towards these guys. One shot's going to get a knock onto Dishwasher with the VSS. And God's going to hop in the buggy, grab himself a teammate, and they are going to go for the push. So right now you're going to see two standing back to lay some cover fire on these guys. And there's going to be two going in for the hard flank on the right-hand side. So they have the possibility of the element of surprise right here. And you can see two of the players from Team 22. No, actually, the whole team ended up backing off. And the rest of his team's going to go ahead and follow up with them. How far away is Team 22 anyways? So everybody is now starting to make their rotations towards the zone. You can see multiple teams right here heading for center location. Glanop's going to be just up on the hill. Eves is going to try to play some shots on them as they rotate by. Almost hit that straw barrel right there. So God and his teammate right there going to exit their buggy. Are they going to play some shots over here on Team 23? Tissue's going to get some landed on him right there. Tissue's actually going to take down one of them with a VSS. And now you can see they're trying to shoot up their vehicles, so they have no means of escaping. And their teammates are going to be nice enough to come pick them up. So Glick is going to get a knock on a Raymond with, I believe that was a DP. And Bleach going to go ahead and confirm it. So CN1, sorry, Tip Top was able to get their player back up. And from their position where that Dacia is, should be pretty good to where nobody can cause any kind of damage to it. There is 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 teams right here in or outside of Yasnaya. So SX is trying to still take on Tip Top. And I believe those are the only teams exchanging some shots right now. Let's go down here with the Happy Campers. And I want to say they were just trying to play some shots onto Silent Mercenaries as they rotate by. You can see Raven getting a confirmed kill on Guami Bear. And now Sergeant J is trying to land some shots with that DP. It does not look like any damage was caused to the people inside the vehicle, though. Tissue going to get a knock onto God, and the Mr. Chinese man is going to go ahead and get a knock in return. Now let's make our way down to Team 17. Let's see who they were exchanging some shots with from Team 24. And that is LWK. So they are going to go ahead over there and try to crash this compound. And that is going to be it. So he went over there by himself in an open buggy, and they just unloaded on him as quickly as possible. So now TG is going to be a man down. Light is going to get a knock on himself with a nade. let's go back over to this one. And I believe that is it for Tip Top. Oh, Don knocked his teammate. Let's go over here with Team 25 now. Currently checking in with Lex Red. And he was trying to play some shots onto Team 23 as they rotated by. From what I could tell, it doesn't look like anything landed, though. So we still got Team 22. I believe I just saw New England Whalers still in Yasnaya. And then you have one of the Stardom teams rotating in directly behind Team 25 now. Let's see where Team 20 is going to end up with. Lanop and his team over there up on the hill, still placing some shots onto these guys. Going to go ahead and get a knock onto Spetsy Boy. Looks like now they're just trying to go for the confirmed. And that was fire from a different team. That's going to be the Stardom team to the left-hand side. Lanop going to land some shots over there on Pergio. So his teammate is now being nice enough to pull the vehicle up to make it so they don't have to run as far. Zen Gamer's just off in the distance. Tissue went for the hard flank on that one, trying to get a different angle on Team 25 in that small compound in front of him. Let's go up here, check in with Team 8 now. They are currently battling it up with, what is that, Team 5? Looked like a 9 for a second. And that one is going to be Bleach Dishwasher, Gleck, and VTS Carnage. New England Whalers taking it up against, I forget what team number that was over there. Star is currently battling it out with the Happy Campers. Scooby's going to go ahead and get knocked right there. And they are... How do they not see Gleck right there? Marino is trying to play some shots onto Bleach as they make their way. It's going to be Game 3 Enigma. Or, sorry, Game 2. And that is going to be it for Ice. Very nice teamwork on that push right there by team number 5. Now let's check back in with Team 22. So Yves is aiming down the sights, which I believe towards New England Whalers over there. Team 20 has rotated in. And my chat program just crashed on me. So this is the second time I've had something crash tonight. I'm not sure what is going on. And New England Whalers going to win the battle over here in what I'm going to call the little prison building. So Joey going to go over to the crate beside him, go ahead and loot it, get his level 3 stuff, and move on. All right, so I got my chat back up. I do apologize for that short delay. Let's see where everyone else is at. Let's go over here and check in with Team 9. They're currently battling it out with Ice, and I believe they are going to be the victors because I don't see anybody standing. Let's go over here with Forsaken now. Dawn is going to be healing up, and from what I can tell, it does look like they are trying to play some shots over there onto Team 22. Going to take a couple shots as they jump out that window. going to be a very northern zone on this one. It's going to be a little bit of Yasnaya as well as Stabler. So let's go down here with unknown soldiers. From what I could tell, it did look like some shots were being placed between them and Team 24. Actually, sorry, that is going to be TG. You're going to see Mystic trying to land some shots on him with the DP, and Zed is going to go ahead and get the last couple on him. And should definitely be able to get the revive. They have 1:34 before that zone moves in. And they do have a buggy to be able to make the rotation as well. So not in too bad a shape over there. So we could see what I think two vehicles over here. It's going to be Happy Campers and Team 4 going to be battling it out. Blondie going to be taking down one of the members from the Star team. Let's go over here and check in with Forsaken one more time. Don trying to play some shots onto Star, trying to get the finish right there onto Damned. Pergy a low on health as well. And now out comes the smoke. You can see that vehicle blowing up directly beside him. Jay gonna get the knock and confirm on one of the Vanguard members. So it does look like Star may be able to get that member back up. Abel gonna get a knock onto Bubba as well as Elmo. And Red Ninja is gonna get the knock onto Wilson. Wentz is going to get a knock onto Pimp and Patty. And can they get over to him to get the revive? They should definitely have enough time. New England Whalers is going to be across the street. I believe Don just got a knock onto Wentz right there with the VSS. Legit's going to be just off in the distance. Sole survivor for Mark for Death. All right, so now that the zone is going to be coming in momentarily, you can see the still have quite a few teams right here into Yasnai. I believe it's, what is that, 3 right there? And then you're going to have some more northern in the zone. You're going to see the trifecta right there, Silent Mercenaries, SX, and who is the purple? And that is, I can't remember their team name. So when they have them in front of their names, I tend to remember them a little bit more than the teams that just don't have them on their names. I believe they are landing some shots right there onto Trapper. Gleck going to get the knock with the DP. Can Imperil get to him? And could not do it. So they're going to go ahead and thirst that one. Captain Canada is getting some knocks. So as soon as Pergio goes ahead and steps out of, I believe that was a vehicle, gonna go ahead and get thirsted by Team 23 on top of the hill. And I believe now Team 5 and Team 23 are exchanging some shots. So you still have New England Whalers and Legit down there in Yasnaya. They're gonna have to make their way in this direction. Oh, zone shifted back towards their direction. So now they don't have that much of a distance to cover to get to zone. So Imperil was able to get away. But now Shreddit and one of the star teams really close. Let's see what Imperil does here. Vehicle's gonna go right to the left. Webb gonna be up on top of the hill. And now he has to hear this vehicle rotating in right beside him. And it's gonna be right on top of him. And Damned is gonna get the knock right there and the finish onto Webb. Let's check in with Zen Gamers now. And it didn't let me switch. Let's go over here with Team 22. So Team 9 going to be directly on top of these guys. Right now, Prince Azika is going to be knocked. So here comes the push. You can see Rain's just on the outer side of the hill right there. Captain Canada is going to peek the little dip. And that is going to be it for Team 22. And here comes Team 25 laying some shots on these guys as they walk a little bit up to try to collect the loot from these crates. Captain Canada is still standing. Who else is still up for these guys? And Reigns is still up as well. Captain Canada is going to get knocked right there. Want to say that one may have been Critch. Let's go over here with New England Whalers now. I believe they are battling it out with MM over here in the warehouse. So Exclusive currently going to be knocked. You're going to see Dishwasher going to be eliminating 2 players from SX over there. Tissue going to get a knock onto Pimp and Patty. Blondie's going to turn around and Thirst Moshi. Spetsy Boy is going to take out, I believe, one of the players from Starback over there. And this warehouse is completely full of smoke. Let's go ahead and get the different angle over here. Legion's going to go down to Damned. Raven's going to get a confirm onto Quayo. And I believe Lanop just went out as well as Raven. So New England Whalers has now pushed the inside of the warehouse. Exclusive currently knocked as well as Dabs. I believe here comes Faded from the rear, and that is going to be it from New England Whalers. Nice job by Faded right there to go for the hard flank to come up behind them as they are trying to get the revive off. So we still have 8 teams still standing. My little boy legit right there on the very edge of the circle. Let's see if this dude can get top 3 by himself on this one. Get him some points for his team. Definitely feels good to be the lone survivor and still get your team some points to help out a little bit for endgame. So as of right now, you can see pretty much all these teams are going to be spread out. One player, from what I could tell, from each of the star teams, that's going to be Team 9 and Team 13. And who these guys shooting at? So they are not looking the direction of legit, so I don't think it was him. And now SX, I believe, is trying to exchange some shots on Team 5. You're going to see Tissue get a knock right there onto Carnage with the VSS. And Wraith is going to push down the mountain. So they have about a minute to make their rotation into zone. I believe that's more than enough time. But from what I can tell, it does look like Wraith is going to go for the long way around. He's going to come up right behind TG at the moment. You can see Zed right there trying to play some shots on him. Going to go with the knock onto Wraith. go over here with Team 25. Critch currently knocked and gonna get revived now. And I believe that may have been Team 5 placing some shots on them. Arsenic gonna get a knock on the dishwasher as he pushes forward towards the warehouse. You can see TG now trying to play some shots onto Team 25 as they make their rotation back to the vehicles. And does Zed get the other angle on these guys? Very close to getting it. Arsenic going to get a knock onto Glick. Did legit go out? So now we are down to our final 5. I believe Tissue is over there rocking it by themselves for his team. TG is going to come up behind Team 25 down here. And I believe MM has just eliminated, who was it up there on the hill? I believe it was Team 5. And Tissue going to get a knock onto Arsenic with the frag grenade. Blaze going to come up for the revive. And Spetsy Boy is going to get a double knock. Was that on his own team? I think it may have been. You can see Faded over there right on the top of the hill. May have an angle on these guys in a second. Tissue going to get a knock onto Zed. Faded going to get a knock onto Critch. And I believe Spetsy Boy is the only one with full health right now for that team. Spetsy Boy going to be pushing up, going to get a knock onto Faded, and going to go ahead and go with the Thirst. Zed still knocked at the bottom of the hill. You can see the smokes coming out from his teammate right there. Arsenic has now pushed forward to the very edge of the hill to try to get a view right there onto Tissue. Going to land quite a few shots. Tissue going to get behind the tree. And now here comes the zone. So let's see how this pushes everybody into each other. That is going to be it for Tissue right there. Arsenic going to go ahead and get the confirm onto that one. And Red, crazy low on health. He's about to get hit by zone. And yeah, so he's going to get knocked by the play zone. Arsenic going to go ahead and get the confirm onto him. And now it is going to be down to Spetsy Boy against this trio from MM. And I believe they just took it. Blaze going to go ahead and get the last kill of the match. So MM going to go out in first. Critch, Acreus, Spetsy Boy, and Red going to claim second. TG in third. SX in fourth. Can't remember their clan name. That was Supernova. Is going to go out in fifth. Mark for Death in sixth. Very nice job right there by Legit. One of the star teams going to go out in seventh. The other star team in eighth. New England Whalers in ninth. The Happy Campers in 10th. Forsaken in 11th. Silent Mercenaries in 12th. And that is going to be it for that round. So let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break. Go ahead and get our third and final round set up. And hopefully we can fill the lobby, make it as interesting and fun for everybody playing and watching. And we will be back. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and kick. Sorry, start round number 3. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start round number 3. Let's go ahead and take at the plane line for this final round. So it's pretty much almost same plane line as last game, except this time we're gonna go from shooting range down to military rather than stabler down to military. So I expect to see almost the same drop points as last game, pretty much. Yasnaya may be a little too far out for some of the teams to reach unless they pop their parachutes just a little bit early. But everybody that has their primary drops on the right-hand side of the map, most likely going to be dropping and searching for vehicles at the moment. So Team 20 dropping, looks to be the only team headed towards Sakari. 2 or 3 teams, from what I can tell, heading towards Severny. So let's see if these guys have landed yet. Go ahead and check in with them. And it didn't switch that quick. So Shreddit has a knock already. Can see some shots right there coming from Team 3. Where is LWK? Can I get to them
This
quick
man,
enough?
bro, he thirsted me. A full squad landed on me, by the way. Oh, I think it's out. TPP Miramar, the maps. Oh, okay. There it is.
And now we're currently
Oh,
checking
chill,
in
chill, chill,
with
chill.
Clout.
Temporary, if you're talking, I can't hear you. By the way.
And you can see Clout trying to play some shots onto Temper as they run across the top of the crates. And Webb going to get a knock on the fade. You're going to see Shreddit pushing in now to try to capitalize on, I believe it's 1 kill and a knock. So Webb going to get knocked right there by Temper. And now Raymond and Tsunami are moving in. Webb going to go ahead and get... Can they get Webb up? And going to go ahead and, I believe, bled out.
Bruh, oh my god, yes, fucking. Man.
And sorry, I was typing a message real quick. I believe that is it for LWK. So they ended up losing Raymond and Webb on that one. But looks like they have 7 kills in just the exchange up here. Now let's head down here to the school area, checking in with Team 22. They are right on top of Team 21. So you're going to see Shadow getting a knock onto Daddy Pan. Spetsy Boy going to get a knock onto Shadow. And Team 22 is going to regroup in the end building right here. And Team 21 is going to be all grouped together inside of another. So now you're going to hear some shots come off from which I believe is Princess Zika over there. Looks like may have landed a couple onto one of the players from Team 21. So right now, definitely helping his team get away. So you can see one of them hopping in the buggy right there. If he keeps providing the cover fire to his teammate right there, they should have no problems at all making it away to get a little bit farther in the final round for tonight. So we still have some teams at Cerverni. THC rocking it out in Primorsk all by themselves. Let's go back up here to Cerverni and check in. Nope, didn't want to go. So that may have been a kill for somebody right there. You can see Young right now getting revived. Ice for Team 3 right on top of these guys. So I believe, what is that? So it's got 2 members for XGN right now. And 3 still alive for Ice. Apex Grid, from what I can tell, is knocked inside of the 3-story right there. Zaddy right now knocked as well. Now you can see Carnage coming over to help out Killer B, and Killer B is going to go ahead and get the last one. So I believe Killer B ended up getting 2 of those, Carnage getting 1. And that is going to be it for one of the Ice teams in the last round for tonight. So right now there are quite a few teams stacked on top of each other in the Roshaken school area. Let's see what everybody's up to. You can see SX chilling on top of the Ros Hill. And New England Whalers gonna be separated from each other just not too much. But each one of them are gonna be on opposite ends of the town right here. You can see Exclusive trying to land some shots onto Lanop. And I believe one of the players from Team 23 was trying to provide some cover fire for him. From what I can tell, it does look like somebody landed one onto Exclusive. And now SX is trying to take Exclusive out of this one. Does look like they landed a couple more on him. Lanop is going to go for the hard flank right there with the buggy. Come up in the 2-story just behind him. And now in comes Wraith. So Exclusive trying to land some shots on him. Wraith was the distraction as Lanop was aimed up in that window as Wraith hopped out of that. So now you're going to see New England Whalers come up on their vehicles, and they are going to battle it up against Wraith, and they are going to go ahead and get a knock on him and thirst him. And now in comes Tissue, but Moshi up on the hill is landing some shots right there onto Dub to give Tissue just a little bit of room to move up and try to get some shots on these guys from a different angle. You can see him flanking around the top of the hill. Moshi is doing some damage to these guys, though. Anytime they try to show their head just a little bit to get some kind of angle onto Tissue, Moshi ends up landing a couple on him. I believe Joey's knocked over there as well as Exclusive. So it is just going to be up to these two. Dab's going to get the knock onto Tissue. Does look like he is going to try for the revive. And Moshi landing shots onto Wentz just again. Lenup is now going for the hard flank around the back of Dabs, and he is going to get the knock onto the second to last player for New England Whalers. It is now just going to be up to Dabs. Let's see if we can get a first-person view and see how this one is going to go down. Moshi has now moved down in the buggy, going to push up, crash the one-story just in front of him. Can he get to Joey in time before he dies? And unfortunately not able to. So right now, if I were Dabs, with him being the only one alive, I would try to get my team as many placement points as possible. Just try to loot myself up on some med kits and some ammo, and try to just go prone somewhere in a field and try to last as long as possible, and hopefully a full team doesn't roll up on me while I'm trying to snake it. All right, so right now you can see Team 25 exchanging some shots onto... Is it over there? That's going to be Team 2, the last remaining players from Shred It. So I'm not sure if they did get some of those to land or they had already taken some damage before they got there. My best guess is they were able to land just a couple on them. So Dabs, from what I could tell, it does look like on the outside of Rozhawk. Let's go ahead and check in with haters at the moment. I believe they are rolled up on the Happy Campers. What the fuck? So they landed a couple on them as they made their rotation by them in that Dacia, but were not able to get a knock. All right, so we got our next zone. This is going to be pretty centered. It's going to include Severny, Yasnaya, School, and Rozhawk. So should definitely have some cover for these guys to make their rotations to. Try to get a little bit closer to center zone. Right now you can see THC battling it out with the last members for Shred It. Tsunami currently going to be knocked. Clout still standing. Sergeant J definitely took quite a bit of damage in that exchange, though. And down goes Clout. So Legion is going to take Clout out, and Zeke is going to go ahead and take down Tsunami. And it's possible that Zeke ended up saving Sergeant J's life on that one. What's up, Havoc? So from what I can tell on the map, it does look like Team 18 is rotating directly by Team 20. I can see some shots from one of the players from Team 20 right here, and two players from which I believe is Team 19 just behind him. That is, sorry, Team 15. That's going to be Zen Gamers. And you're going to see Team 20 rotating up on the hill. Are they going to crash this compound? And they are going to keep rolling. They are able to land some on that Dacia as it rotates in, but unfortunately not able to get any knocks right there. Check in with Vanguard now. So you can see Zed over there on the top of the roof. Red Ninja's trying to go for Tissue right there behind the wall, trying to land some shots right there onto that buggy. Let's see if we can actually get closer to that battle down there, see how close these guys are actually to each other. So Tissue is inside the compound, trying to land some shots onto Zed on the rooftop. And Lanop is going to get knocked right there by... What the fuck is that dude's name? I can't even read that shit. And Tissue is going to be knocked as well. So I believe now it is going to be up to Moshi, but definitely way too far away to do anything. So nice job right there by TG to get 2 more kills for themselves. And let's see what everybody else is up to real quick. So Hater's going to have the 1 compound to themselves over there. Team 25 are going to be using the dips and the hills over there just behind Team 21. And Kelvin going to be quite a bit of ways from the rest of his team. So let's go over here to Team 18. At the moment, they are rolling into Zen Gamers in the compound in front of them. I'm not sure if they have any idea they even know they're there. He's going to land some shots onto Crazy Kev on the roof. Let's see what Zero and Labbait can do here by themselves. So Labbait going in for the revive. Zero is going to provide some cover fire on top of that building right there. Going to land some shots onto one shot. And let's get a first-person view on Labbait now. So he's got the revive going on Crazy Kev, trying to get some shots onto Pub Genius over here on Team 18. Currently, Zen Gamers has 0 kills in this round. And that sounded like a big boy gun. So you can see one shot in Cody trying to go for the hard flank around, trying to get a different position over here on these guys. And pops the smokes up there on the hill, provide their other 2 teammates some cover to shoot from. And Zero landed some shots right there onto one shot. Zero's going to jump down at the backside of the building. And he is going to go ahead and take down one shot. Move in for the thirst. Take a little more damage right there, this time from Cody. And now comes the third party by Ice. They went ahead and took out, what is that, Garcia or something back there? I can't read these crazy letters that people are rocking on their names. So I do kind of understand why ESL is a little anal about the characters being allowed to use. Not only does it look bad on stream, but sometimes it's just hard to read these people's names. So Zero's going to get a knock right there on Enigma. And it should be down to just Cody now. So Cody is going to flank back around to where his teammates are. How far is Ice behind these guys, though? Critch going to get a knock onto Kelvin and going to go ahead with the thirst onto him. Pimpin' Patty's going to get taken out. For a second, I thought it was just a knock. So right now, Team 18 is stuck between a rock and a hard place. So any direction these guys move, they're going to get shots placed onto them. But this could potentially work out for Zen Gamers. I'm not sure if Ice even knows that they're up there. You can see Zero getting a knock onto Whispers. And that is going to be it for Team 18. So now it's going to be Ice versus Zen Gamers over here. Let's zoom out just a little bit, see what everybody else is up to. Let's go down here with Team 10 and Team 20. So it's going to be Forsaken. And not sure what these guys' clan names are because they don't match each other. So Blondie is going to fall back as well as Dawn now. Hippie is going to go ahead and follow, so they are going to retreat and possibly make their way back around. They are going to have to do something to get the zone. You can see Team 22 now moving in this direction. So it is possible that they will end up in Roz. So XGN is taking on the Happy Campers at the moment. Let's go check in with these guys up top. So it's going to be Carnage Killer B and Azalea. And Zeke and Raven currently down right there. And I believe that is just going to leave Sergeant J up. He is headed in the direction of Mark for Death. So if he moves just a little bit more forward, is going to be stuck in between these two teams. Oh, and that is going to be it for the Happy Campers. Broda ended up sneaking up behind Sergeant J. He wasn't even looking in his direction. Was looking toward XGN, and he took full advantage of that one. All right, so does look like Forsaken is going to run into Team 12 now. Let's go ahead and check in with these guys. Currently spectating Kyle. So they are going to be trying to gatekeep Forsaken from coming into the zone. So right now, Forsaken has no choice but to push forward. Zone is slowly moving in at the moment. Oh my god, I'm tired. Work was so fucking boring today. I'm more tired than usual. So Blondie has found some cover right there behind the tree in the field. Dawn is going to go ahead and get knocked right there by Midnight. Blondie's going to go ahead and try to push up, use the wall for some cover, play some shots onto Kyle. Nothing ended up landing, though. So Kyle is broken up from his team right now. Can Blondie take advantage of that? And it is possible that he just called for help. Kyle going to go ahead and get the knock onto Blondie. You can see Almond Joy and Midnight turn a complete different direction, and which made me think that Kyle called for some help right there. So now TG is going to be crossing the bridge, and I think you are in the hidey spot. What you doing in there? So Zed is going to get a knock onto Shrinka. Kyle's going to get the finish onto Dawn, which is going to leave Hippie all by herself right there on the very edge of zone. Crazy Kev going to get a knock onto Troas. And now Midnight is going to get a knock onto Zed. Zero, I believe, just got 2 kills right there, and that was on, from what I could tell, it looked like XGN. And Crazy Kev is going to go ahead and confirm the knock on Legit. So let's go up here and check in with Zen Gamers real quick. See who they're trying to play some shots on. If I'm going by the direction Crazy Kev's in, it's going to be, what is that? Is that XGN over there? So you got the full star team right there, right on top of Live Bait. So let's see if we can go ahead and check in with him real quick. So fortunately for him, he is rocking the Uzi, so may have a little bit of a chance against these guys, but he's got an entire team below him. The rest of Live Bait's team is just going to be to his west. And one of the members from BG is going to get a knock onto Haters. Dab's going to have the position right there under the bridge. Still trying to get his team some points in the final round for tonight. And Mark for Death is right on top of XGN right now. Red Ninja gonna go ahead and get a knock onto Shrink over there with that VSS. Playzone's gonna eliminate Kyle. And Hero Piggy is gonna somehow make it the little, what is that, power line with very little health. Blaze and Faded, the only two alive for their team right now. Killer B gonna get a knock on Broda with the Uzi. And he is gonna go ahead and confirm that one. So you can see Live Bait still alive with the full team underneath him. Now in, I believe Vanguard looks like they're moving in. They are most likely going to run into Team 5 right here by the bridge. Faded is quite a bit of ways from Blaze right there. Crazy Kev going to get a knock onto Troas. That leaves only 3 dudes right here under Live Bait. And I think he might have just killed him and his teammate. So Killer B is going to get knocked right there by the play zone as it pushes in. And from what I can tell, it does look like Team 13 and Live Bait. Actually, all of Zen Gamer is going to be just on the outside of the zone. So everybody in this building is going to have to jump out. Beta going to get a knock onto Abel over there. I really want to see how this one goes down. Live Bait's going to get a knock right there onto Damned. And Lothus is going to take Live Bait down in return. Can Zero and Crazy Kev get to his team fast enough to get the revive? So you can see Blaze still under the bridge. Dabs is under there as well. And Team 5 is trying to lay some shots over there onto Zen Gamers. Going to get a confirm onto Live Bait. And then Faded is going to take on Ice all by himself over here at the very top of this hill. Team 21 is trying to place whatever they can onto Team 5 in the gas station right there. And I believe Blaze just took out Dabs. Zed's going to get a knock onto Marino. So there's still 2 players alive for ZG. Or TG, I'm sorry. And he's going to go ahead and get the confirm onto Marino. Beta's going to get a knock onto Dunton and going to go ahead and get the finish on him as well. So now it is just going to be Scooby over here for Team 8. Now you can see the smoke line coming out over there for Abel to make his way into the zone. How far do they have to go, though? So with that water being there, he may not make it because he still has some distance to get to the zone. and not going to have enough. So that is going to be it for that team. And I believe that is going to leave one player up for Zen Gamers over there. Faded going to be knocked over here on the hill. Blaze very low on health, just using the dip right there by the tree on the very edge. 2 players still standing for TG. And Zen Gamers should have no problem getting the revive and healing themselves up over there. Is Faded down or just hurt? So he's going to be knocked. Right now he's bleeding out. I don't think it is going to be possible for Blaze to get over there to get a revive onto him. TG is now moving in. Are they going to go ahead and finish off Faded or let him bleed out? But they're definitely looking over in Blaze's direction. Smoke tends to draw a little bit of cover, so not only does it provide cover, but like I said earlier, you can use it as a distraction, and it tends to work almost every time. Especially, don't know if you guys, what was it? I think it was the Gator League I was streaming. And Ironsight ended up throwing a smoke grenade at somebody, making them think it was a frag grenade. They ended up leaving their cover, and he absolutely thirsted the hell out of them. So this is going to be your final 3 of the last round of tonight, guys. So let me see in the chat who you guys think is going to win. Is it going to be MM, TG, or is it going to be Zen Gamers? So Zero going to get a knock right there onto one of the players for Team 17. And Zone is now going to push in even farther. Zero has probably some of the only cover in this zone. Crazy Kev's going to push up. And from the angle, he is looking for Zed. Going to take some shots right there by Blaze. Zed's going to come out of the smoke, and I believe he's going to get Crazy Kev right here in the side. See his first person view. May just wait it out because he's by himself. Zero's going to push across the open field. Blaze is going to get the knock. And now it is just going to be Zero versus Blaze. Let's see how this one goes down, folks. Actually, sorry, Zed is still alive. Didn't even render in on my screen. So Zed is going to get the finish on the Crazy Kev. It is now going to be down to Zero and Zed. So Zed does have the advantage right here using that dip going up and down inside of it, whereas Zero is going to be peeking that rock. All right, here comes Zone, forcing him out of the dip. What does he do here? And Zero is a one-shot right now. Zero has his health back. And who won that one? It is gonna be Zen Gamers. So congratulations to Zen Gamers getting that last round victory in the Wednesday night scrims. So that is gonna be it for tonight. We're gonna go ahead and tally up all the points. I'll post that for you guys inside our Discord. If you're currently watching and you want to be a part of these, I believe the Discord link should be posted in the chat through the bot. If not, I can try to get some messages, give you guys the link to our Discord. But if you're on Twitch and you don't see it, do ! Discord. If you're watching on Facebook, I believe the link is somewhere in our profile. It should pop up pretty much everywhere that I've had time to customize. I don't think I've done it to YouTube yet, but that will be my next stop. And once again, thank you guys for tuning in. And I want to say score should probably be out in the next 10 minutes, and then I'll open up registration for next week. So just keep your ear out, and I'll see you guys next week.